Welcome, ladies. I am super excited to talk about 3 simple and practical steps to get paying clients this week, even if you're new, okay? Even if this is your new business, even if you are a new service provider, even if you are a new coach, this is how you get paying clients this week, okay? So getting clients does not have to be difficult or complicated, okay? So today we're going to talk about these 3 simple and practical, easy steps to get clients as soon as possible, okay? So in this training, you're going to discover what common mistakes you're making that are leading to crickets and which tasks to focus on to get your next paying clients, okay? So I'm excited to be here. This is one of the most popular topics that we teach. And if we haven't met already, I'm Kimberly Latona. I'm a life and business coach for busy women. I'm also an NLP practitioner with a master's in business. So I teach women how to create a part-time business with full-time income while living a life that they love. So the reason why I created this training, okay, so you're in the right place if this is you, okay? The reason why I created this training is because I've had a lot of women who need help getting their first client. Okay. You haven't gotten your first client, or you've gotten a few clients, but you haven't been able to get more clients, or you haven't been able to get clients consistently. Okay. So this is all about getting consistent clients. And these 3 steps that I'm going to tell you about right now, that I call the client attraction cycle. Okay. So today I'm going to share with you in 3 simple steps how to get clients this week. So if you're watching live, drop a red heart in the comments so that I know you're here. If you're watching the replay, drop a purple heart in the comments and I will come back and say hi to you. Okay, so let's get started. Grab a pen. You're going to want to write these 3 things down, and I'm going to give you some examples. I'm going to help. We're going to work through all these things. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the 3 steps, and then we're going to go into detail about these 3 steps. Okay. Pranali, did I pronounce that right? Hello, Rolanda. Good to see you, ladies. Okay, drop a red heart if you're here live. So here are the 3 steps. Helena, hi, Helena. Here are the 3 steps in this client attraction cycle. Okay. We're going to go into detail for all of these, and I'm going to give examples. But I want to give you the outline first. Okay. So the first one is get visible. Okay. This is online and offline. Get visible. The second step is to share value. And the third step is to make offers. Hi, Nadine. Good to see you. Okay. So usually I find that my clients are holding back in one of these 3 areas, or sometimes all of them, but there's more commonly one specific area that could use improvement the most. Okay. So I'm going to go through all of these. I'm going to ask you to rate them from 1 to 10, and I'm going to help you figure out what you need to do in order to improve in these 3 areas so that you can start seeing the return, which is the clients. Okay. And making more money. Okay. So let's break these 3 steps down. Hi, Lily. Hi, Michelle. Let's break these 3 steps down. Okay. So the first one is visibility. Okay. This is all about meeting people. Okay. Getting visible just means that you're meeting people, you're interacting like a normal human, not like a weirdo, right? Whether it's offline or online, you are creating relationships, right? You're opening up conversations. You're being visible to people around you instead of just hiding behind your computer screen, okay? Or staying within the perimeter of your little corner of the internet, right? Maybe you have a Facebook group and you are comfortable there, but you're not putting yourself out there anywhere else. You're not getting visible to anyone that doesn't already know that you exist. Okay. So this is all about getting visible to people who don't know that you exist. They don't know who you are. They've never seen you before. They don't know what you do. They don't know how you can help them. Okay. So again, getting visible means meeting people. Okay. You're meeting people, whether that's online or offline. Okay. So, and some examples, like what this looks like offline is the most obvious example offline, or in person is networking events. Okay. So you can go to networking events, you can meet people. Okay. Tell them what you do, tell them what you like to do, tell them like about your family, tell them like, this isn't about like just meeting someone and pitching your offer. Okay. This is about you meeting them like a normal human, like you would in real life. Like if you run into someone at the grocery store and you like their shoes, you're like, oh, I really like your shoes, right? You're being a normal human. You're not like, don't meet someone at the grocery store and you're like, hey, I like your shoes. By the way, I'm a life and business coach. If you ever need my services, let's exchange contact information so that we can keep in touch in case you ever want to buy from me, right? No, that's not what you're doing. Okay. if you're like, when you're talking to people like you're a normal person, like you're a regular, like real human being with real human characteristics. Okay. This also means like chatting with mutual friends. Maybe you're hosting a wine night. Maybe you're like going on a coffee date with someone that you like, that you just met, right? Okay. You're building relationships. You're being visible. People know that you exist. Okay. If we're talking about online, okay, this means like talking to people in like direct messages. Okay. This doesn't mean you like cold messaging someone randomly who's never met you, who doesn't know who you are. You go directly to their, their spam inbox or whatever it's called, the message request on Facebook. And like, you're like, hey, like, I'm offering this service. Do you want it? Like, no, that's not, like, nobody likes that. Okay. So be a normal human, be like a regular person who is just talking to people, who's like getting to know people, who's building relationships, who's like actually interested in meeting people, versus like just pitching to everyone, versus like, regardless of if they even know who you are or what you do, right? Or why you're there, why you're showing up in their inbox. Okay. Okay. This is responding, like, again, more examples of online meeting people, getting visible. You're responding to comments in other people's groups. If you're an expert at something, or if you're good at something, or if you have the answer, like, then answer. Okay. Respond to it without any strings attached. Okay. This isn't about you just going and pitching your business. Okay. That turns people off right here. This step is about getting visible and just meeting as many people as you can and seeing who resonates with you. Right. Okay. So this is interacting in other people's groups. This is hosting a virtual coffee chat, or posting value, right? Posting what you know. Okay. It's your responsibility. If you have knowledge, if you know something, then like, it's your responsibility to share that. Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, tell me in the comments, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being that you're not meeting people and you're not visible, and nobody knows who you are, and you never show up online or in person, right? And 10 being like you're meeting people all day, you are stoked in this area, like you love meeting people, you are great at it, online, offline. Where are you at? Okay, tell me in the comments, where are you at on a scale of 1 to 10 in this first step? Okay, this is going to help you figure out where you need to focus your efforts. Okay, so humor me and tell me where you are. Tell me where you're at in the comments. Helena says 7. Okay, good. This is a perfect number. Michelle says 2. Okay, so this is definitely an area that you need to work on. Lily says 2 also. Okay, definitely an area that you need to work on, right? Because if nobody knows that you exist, they can't hire you, they can't pay you, they don't know that you're there, so they don't know that you can help them, right? They don't know how you can help them. Okay, Nadine says 5. Good. Okay, these are all good numbers, because what we're doing here is we're raising awareness of what you need to do in order to get paying clients this week. Okay. So if you're at a 2 on this step, like, you definitely need to work on this area. Okay. So if you're not at 10, right? If you're a 2 or a 5 or a 7, how can you improve in this area? Okay. What specifically can you do? What actions are you going to take to create more visibility? Okay. This week, what are you going to do today that's going to get you visible? That's going to put you out there. That's going to like you're going to show up. Okay. That's a success hack. Okay. Success hack is show up. Okay. Okay. So tell me in the comments, what specifically can you do this week to improve in this area? Okay. How can you get more visible, whether that's online or offline or both? How can you get more visible? Okay. Number 2, the second step is to share value and educate people. Okay. So this step is all about sharing value that's relevant to your ideal client. Okay, so what does your ideal client need help with? Okay, how can you educate them? How can you inspire them? How can you teach them something that will help them get closer to their goal? Or how can you teach them something that they need to know in order to buy from you, right? So I like to use the example sometimes of one of my clients, Simone. She sells Color Street. Okay, so she sells Color Street nail polish. So what is something that she can help them with, or what is something that she can educate with them, so that they know that she exists, and so that they know how she can help them, right? Maybe one way is like people like who've never even heard about Color Street. I was there once, right? Now I like to use their nail polish, but at some point I didn't even know that existed, right? I didn't know what it was. I didn't know that you could just put it on easily and that you didn't have to wait for it to dry, right? I didn't know the benefits. I didn't know that it existed. Okay, so how can you educate people or inspire them, right? Or teach them something that will help them get closer to their goal. Okay. Helena says, I love networking events, but I don't always put the focus on me and my business. Okay. And that's okay. Okay. It's okay for you to not just like go and show up at a networking event and focus everything on you, because people like to talk about themselves. Okay. That's the whole reason why people go to networking events, is because they want to talk about themselves. Okay. So if you show up and you're the one who's not talking about themselves, you're asking other people, right? You're meeting people and you're actually genuinely interested in what they're doing and how they're helping people, or what their needs are, right? You can help them way more, and you can make that connection, and you can stand out in the crowd of a networking event if you're not the one who's focusing on themselves. Okay. Because everyone else is going to the networking event to focus on themselves or to get clients, right? That's why they're there. So if you can be the person who shows up and is like, I want to hear about you. How's your business going? Right? They're going to want to make the connection, and then they're going to ask you about you. And that's when you have the time to share, right? When they've already gotten the chance to share about themselves. That's what people love. Okay. So Helena, I'm glad that you brought that up. Okay. Okay. So the other thing that I want to say about this step is that it requires consistency. Okay. This is where I see most of my clients struggle, is like, this is a strategy, right? You're showing up consistently. It's not like this overnight success type thing. It's not like you're sharing value once and then you have a flood of 100 clients that come to you the next day, right? They need to see you consistently, right? You're building value. You're building trust. If you've heard of like the know, like, and trust, the first part is the know. Okay. So in step number 1, being visible, that's like know, then they know you exist. Okay. Number 2 is like and trust, right? They're liking you and trusting you because you're offering free value. You're sharing with them how you're educating them. You're helping them, right? Before they even pay you. This is the step where you're helping them before they even pay you. Okay. And it's with no strings attached, right? You're not just like, here, I'll help you, but then also like, will you be my client? Okay. This is where you're sharing value, you're educating. So what does your client need right now, right? What do they need? Why do they need you right now? Or whatever you're selling. Okay. Why do they need your product or your service right now? Okay. So at the very least, you should be posting at least once a week with value. Okay. With unique value that is relevant to your ideal clients. Okay. But ideally you're sharing in different mediums several times a week, right? Maybe sometimes you're posting a video, sometimes you're posting a cheat sheet or like a free PDF. Sometimes you're posting tips, right? Tips on whatever, business tips or health tips or recipes or whatever it is, depending on whatever is relevant to your client and whatever it is that you do, right? Like, what is your, if you need examples, tell me in the comments, give me some businesses in the comments, and I will share back with you how you can share value or how you can educate. I'll give you some ideas. Okay. So share your businesses with me in the comments. And I will respond with some ideas. Okay. If you need some inspiration, you need to get the juices going on what this sharing value and educating people looks like. Okay. Okay. And I also want to say that this doesn't mean that you have to be creating hours of content every week. Okay. It just means that you need to be consistent and like within your realistic time constraints. Okay. Maybe you only have 30 minutes a day to be like sharing value or like showing up online. Okay. That's okay. Maybe you have 10 minutes a day. That's okay. 5 minutes a day is okay too, right? It just means that you're being consistent and that you're actually showing up and you're sharing with people. You're sharing value with people. Okay. Okay. So be honest with me. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like you rarely show up, like you rarely share value, you don't make any social media posts, you sometimes share, but you don't really love what you're sharing, or it's like awkward. And 10 being like you're sharing all the time, you're sharing relevant content, and you're sharing consistently every day or even multiple times a day. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? Okay. Tell me in the comments. Be honest with yourself. Where are you at on a scale of 1 to 10 with this second step of sharing value and educating? Okay. So Nadine says eco-friendly products for your home. Okay. So I would say one of the biggest things there is like share with people why it matters that they're being like eco-friendly, right? Why does it matter to our planet or to what people are using, or why does it matter that the products are more natural, right? What are they getting out of it? Why is it useful to them, right? Another way that you can share value or educate them is to share, what are the top 5 products that people use when they're switching from toxic things to eco-friendly, non-toxic things, right? What is the number one thing that, that is most helpful for them to switch to in their home, right? Hopefully this is helpful. Let me know in the comments if this is helpful, Nadine, okay? So again, this requires consistency, and this is you sharing and educating people about why it is that they need you or your product, and how it helps them, right? Or like, why is it useful to them? Or what are the benefits, right? I have a client who's a breathwork practitioner, right? So one of the things that she shares value is like, why is breathwork helpful? What are the benefits of breath work? Okay, it reduces stress, it reduces blood pressure, right? It helps you feel more relaxed, it helps you feel less stressed. Okay, those are benefits. And people who don't know what breath work is, they need to know how it can help them and what it is, right? What is breath work? Okay, that's one of her value sharing too. Like, what is breath work? Like, what do you do? Like, what does it entail? Am I sitting up? Am I laying down? Like, how does it work? Right? That's helpful for them to know, because it's educating them about what it is that you offer and how this specific thing can change their life. Okay. Okay. Nadine says, yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Michelle says 2. Lily says just starting out. So maybe 0.5, maybe. Okay. So this is an area that would be really helpful for you to work on in terms of getting clients. Okay. Again, this is about being consistent. Okay. So maybe one of the action items here is go write a list of all the things that people need to know before they want to buy from you. Okay. So back to Nadine, like, why do people want to buy from you? Why is it helpful for them to use these eco-friendly products? Why does it matter? Why like, should they pay a little bit more in order to use those products, right? What is useful about them? Why, what other factors are involved? Maybe it's like better for the kids, right? Maybe it's better for their pets. Maybe it's better for it's better for the environment, obviously, but all of the things, like, why, okay? Why is this a great product? Why do they want to spend their money with you? Okay. Okay. So if you're not a 10 on this, how can you improve in this area? Okay. I want you to tell me in the comments, like, specifically, how can you improve? What actions are you going to take this week in order to improve in this second step of sharing value and educating? Okay. Maybe that means you're committing for the next 7 days. You're going to post something every single day. Okay. On your personal page or in your group or on someone else's group. Okay. What specifically are you going to do? Okay. Tell me in the comments what specifically you're going to do if you're not a 10 in this area. Okay. Number 3, the third step is making offers. Okay. So making offers is telling people about how you can help them. Okay. And letting them know what the next step is. Okay. This usually happens in the form of a call to action. Okay. A call to action is just you like sharing with someone like how they can take action in order to get the result that they want. Okay. You're calling them to take action on something that is going to help them. Okay. So this can be an offer to work with you. It can be an offer to download something that you are offering for free. It can be an offer to join your Facebook group or follow you on Instagram or follow you on TikTok. Okay. The call to action, can be really a lot of different things. Okay. But you're making an offer. Making an offer just means that you are sharing with people how they can take the next step. Okay. What do they need to do in order to work with you or buy from you or get whatever it is that they want that you're selling? Okay. You don't have to make this weird. It doesn't have to be like, hey, my service is like, here it is, and here's my offer, and you're a weirdo if you don't want to buy this. And like, right, you just be a normal person, right? Just share with people the next step, make an offer of like, how can you help them? Okay. So my offer, at the end of my videos, like, you can watch my example of this at the end of my Facebook lives, I tell people how it is that they can work with me. I tell them what the next step is. Okay. I tell them that the next step is getting on a free time mastery strategy call with me, so that we can see if this is a good fit if you want to create a part-time business with a full-time income while living a life that you love. Okay. That's what I tell people. And I'm not being a weirdo about it. I'm not like, I'm not making it awkward. I'm just saying, like, if you want to take the next step, if you resonated with what I talked about today, here's how to take the next step. Here's how we can work together, right? Here's how we can see if it's a good fit for us to work together. Okay. Again, this doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a weirdo. This doesn't have to be like salesy. It can just be like, here's how to take the next step. Okay. This is another thing that it needs to happen consistently, okay, in order for you to see results. You can't just post an offer once and be like, hey, I sell this, and then expect to get 100 people knocking down your door the next day, right? It's possible that people didn't see that post. It's possible that they saw it and then they got distracted. It's possible that they saw it at a time when it wasn't super convenient. They were on a lunch break, and then they were like, I want to go back to that, but then I forgot that person's name, right? They need to see this more than once in order to respond to it. Okay. This is where you're building the know, like, and trust factor by being visible and by showing up and by offering value. And then you're offering what it is that you have to offer, right? You're sharing and the value, and then you're offering what it is that you have to offer, so that people can buy from you once they have that trust. Okay. And then trust can happen quickly. It doesn't have to be like this, like it takes 2 years, right? I definitely have people who have been following me for 2 years, and then they're like, I'm ready to work with you now, right? Maybe they didn't have the money before, or they didn't have the courage, or they didn't have whatever it is wasn't in place for them, right? They just weren't ready. And now they're ready, right? It's been a year, or it's been 2 years, or maybe it's been 5 years, right? I've been doing this for like 7 years. So, but it doesn't have to happen over 5 or 7 years, right? It can happen the next day. You can build that trust by sharing value and by showing up, and by like showing that you care about them and that you are going to be there. You're going to show up for them. You're going to be consistent. Okay. That's another part of this 3 steps of getting visible and sharing value and making offers, is that people know that they can count on you to do that, right? Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like you never make offers or you've never made an offer before, right? And 10 being you make offers all the time, multiple times a day, you're everywhere, like you're showing up, you're telling people how you can help them. Where are you? Okay. So I want you to tell me in the comments, be honest with yourself and tell me, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay. Tell me in the comments, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay. Helena says, I will make sure that I post something daily, no matter what. No excuses. I love that. Okay. Lily says, I will post a benefit of my services daily for a week. I love that. Pranali, am I pronouncing that right? Says 4.5. Okay. On this making offers. Okay. There's definitely room for improvement there. Okay. So if you're not seeing the, Michelle says 0. Okay. So with that answer, when you tell me that this is a 0 of making offers, my guess is that you either like have never had a client, or you aren't getting any clients. You're not getting clients consistently, right? Because people don't know how to work with you, whatever it is that you sell. Okay. So maybe Michelle, tell me what is your business? Tell me your business in the comments, and we can troubleshoot this. Okay. Maybe we can work on like, we can do some hot seat coaching, and we'll tell you what it is that you need to do to be making offers. Okay. Nadine says 3. Okay. Definitely room for improvement. Lily says, I used to be a 7, but now at a 0. Taking the jump is hard. Yes, this is hard, but with consistency, it becomes a lot easier. Okay. The more you post, and Nadine says, I must post more. Yeah. The more you post, the easier it becomes, because you're not so attached to the outcome of that specific post. Okay. So for example, if I only post once on my social media page, right, and it doesn't get a lot of traction, I don't get a lot of likes, there's hardly any comments, my confidence about what's going to happen the next time I post is low, right? So I'm fixating on that one post. I'm like, oh, like, should I even bother posting again? Because this one, like, no one even saw it, no one commented, no one cares, no one likes me, right? But if I'm posting consistently every day, there are going to be some posts that don't get any traction, and then there's going to be a lot of posts that do get traction, right? But you're not going to know that. You're not going to have that confidence, and you're not going to know what works. You're not going to see, like, what do people like to hear about? Like, what's really helpful to them, right? It's going to give you a lot of feedback. Making offers gives you feedback on what works. Okay. And then when you know what works, you feel more confident. Okay. But if you don't have the confidence now, go with the courage. Okay. If you don't have the confidence, listen to that again. Let me say that again. If you don't have the confidence right now, then get the courage. Okay. You can muster up the courage to post for 7 days, or to do whatever it is that you know will make a difference in your business, and to get visible, and to share value, and to educate people, and to make offers. Okay. You can muster up the courage. Okay. If you don't have the confidence, get the courage. Okay. Michelle says, I don't have a business and I don't feel like I'm smart enough. Okay. Why do you think that you're not smart enough? Okay. That thought is stopping you from starting the business, because you don't believe that you're smart enough to do it. Right. Okay. So your brain is going to tell you every time you try and every time you have an idea and you're like, oh, I'm going to start this business, or I think I'd be good at this. Like your brain is going to be like, nope, you're not smart enough. Okay. So you need to shift your mindset there, right? You need to shift your mindset. And what would be a more helpful thought? Okay. That thought is not serving you. That's what I call a $0 thought. Okay. And it's made you $0. So how can you shift that to make it a $5,000 thought or a $10,000 thought? Okay. Maybe that thought is like, I am unique and I have value and I'm smart enough right now as I am. Okay. That's a $10,000 thought. If you took that thought and you ran with it, you would be making money very, very quickly. Okay. But if you don't take that thought and you just keep believing that $0 thought that you have, that you're not smart enough, okay, then that's going to make you $0. Okay. That's a $0 thought. I want you to write it down, crumple it up in a piece of paper, throw it in the trash, physically and metaphorically. Okay. That's a $0 thought. Okay. I actually did a training on this last week. So if you want to go back, if you want to join my group, Confident Courageous Biz Building Mamas, I have the replay posted there. It's called $10,000 Thoughts to Help You Make 10K this month. And I talk about $0 thoughts and $10,000 thoughts. Okay. So Michelle, definitely come join my group. Go watch the replay of the $10,000 thoughts, because it's definitely going to shift some things in your perspective of why it's difficult for you to start a business right now. Okay. Lily says, never really thought of it like that. That's good. Okay. Shift in some of our thoughts. Okay. Openness in our thoughts and our beliefs right now. Pranali says, I'm going to improvise my online presence consistently. Yes. Okay. I love that. Yes. Consistency is the key here. Okay. So, you're welcome, Michelle. I would love to see you over in my group. We can definitely work on some of those issues. Okay. So if anyone has any other comments, if you want to tell me your business in the comments, I can help you with a specific thing, right? Whether it's the visibility piece, the sharing value, or the making offers. Okay. So tell me in the comments if you have a specific business that you want me to share, like some examples, okay, to make this more relevant to you and your business. Okay. So recap on the 3 steps to get clients now. Number 1, visibility and meeting people. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? Where can you take action this week in order to improve your visibility? Okay. Number 2, share value and educate people. Okay. Why do they need your products and services? Why is it important to for them to buy from you, or for them to have a change, to shift this, right? Number 3, make offers. Okay. All of these are really important things to do consistently. Okay. Okay. Lily says massage therapy. Okay. So let's go through these three things. Okay. So visibility. Okay. This is maybe you meeting people in person, right? And this is also you sharing, like showing up online and meeting people online. Okay. Maybe it is people who you're looking specifically for how you can help people who are stressed out, right? Massage therapy helps people who are stressed out. It also helps people who have suffered injuries. It helps people who have specific trauma, right, in their body, or they have a lot of health issues, right? Massage therapy helps a lot of different people in a lot of different ways, right? So that means you showing up and just meeting as many people as possible in all the different places, right? And you sharing value. Okay. What are the benefits of massage therapy? Okay. What are the benefits of massage therapy? How can you teach people that they can feel better physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of the ways? Okay. I personally know that massage therapy is really beneficial. I literally go and get a massage at least every other week, but sometimes every week. Okay. And I know how much it affects me. I know how valuable it is to me. So how can you share with people? How can you share value and educate people on the benefits of massage therapy? Okay. And then make offers. Okay. So what does that look like to you? What does making offers look like? Is that in person? Is that online? Okay. Is that you sharing a package? Is that you sharing, if you buy 5 massages, then you get the 6th one for free, right? What does making offers look like to you? Right. Or maybe it's you getting them on your email list. Maybe an offer that you're making is I will give you, personal wellness, health and wellness tips every week if you sign up for my email newsletter, right? Or you are making an offer for them to join your group, your Facebook group, or whatever else that looks like. Okay. I have a question here. What other platforms can you make your posts aside from Facebook? Okay. There are so many platforms here. Okay. So social media is like so huge. You could literally be using, just to give you a few examples. Okay. Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, right? Maybe you're you're doing weekly trainings on YouTube that are sharing about Favor, maybe like, is that how you pronounce your name? Favor, Favor Alozi. Let me know, or Favor. No, sure. I'm not sure how, I almost just started speaking Spanish. Sometimes my brain switches languages like when I'm mid-sentence. Okay. So what other platforms? Okay. Tell me specifically what your business is. And maybe we can work through some ideas there. Okay. But there's so many different places that you can post on besides just Facebook. Okay. Again, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, like you can be all over online. Okay. I don't recommend that you go and try and post on a million different platforms. I teach my clients to focus on one platform first for getting clients. And then once you've mastered that, then you move on to something else that you can get traction. But it's really difficult for you to get traction if you decide to post on a million different platforms, all 87 or however many social media platforms there are. Okay. Okay, so Mia says wellness coaching. Okay, so wellness coaching for women. Okay, so going through these 3 steps, like visibility and meeting people, right? Maybe you are introducing yourself in other wellness groups. Okay, so I'm from Orange County, one of the groups that I'm a part of. I'm not a wellness coach, but I'm in a group in Orange County, California, that's called Holistic Healers of Orange County. Okay. So maybe that looks like you joining local businesses and actually introducing yourself and being like, hey, I'm a wellness coach. Is there anyone else in here who's a wellness coach? Or is there anyone else in here who's interested in holistic healing, right? Or wellness, or like that's that word. I'm not going to say I can't even say the Ayurvedic. Like, how do you say that? Sorry, I know what it is, but the word is just not going to come out of my mouth, right? So, we'll go with wellness coaching. Okay. So, again, meeting people in life. Maybe you're taking yoga classes and you're meeting people there, right? Where are the people hanging out that are your ideal clients, right? They're probably people who care about their wellness, right? So maybe you meet them at a Whole Foods, maybe you meet them at a Sprouts or like a Trader Joe's, right? And you're just interacting with people in places where there would be like, you would find something in common with them, right? Online, that looks like you being part of other wellness groups, or a part of maybe of weight loss groups, or of other people that are trying to specifically be more well. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Ayurvedic. Did I say that right? I think I did. Thank you for that. I love that. Okay, so let's see. Pranali says educational consultants. Okay, I'm just scrolling because I'm getting some more comments. Educational consultants want an engaging clientele, specifically students who want to study at international universities. Okay, so where are those people hanging out? Okay, so visibility, meeting people for Pranali, maybe that looks like women, like female travel groups, right? Solo travel groups, right? What are the other interests that they have in common where you could be showing up and getting visible and meeting people that have a common interest? Okay, international universities, okay, so what do these other people have in common? Okay. Travel, I think, is the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm definitely a member of several travel groups. I'm like solo female travelers. I'm in that Facebook group, right? Introducing yourself and being like, hi, I love to travel. What do you like to do? Or right. Just being a normal person, like you would start a conversation in real life. Okay. What does that look like to you? And then sharing value and educating. Okay. So what is valuable about studying abroad, right? What is valuable at studying at international universities? Okay, this is what is going to help people can make the connection of how you can help them and why it's important that you can help them. Okay, and then making an offer. What does that look like? Do you have a Facebook group? Do you have an Instagram account? Like, where can people continue to get value from you? Okay, so you can make an offer. If it doesn't look like you specifically, like with whatever your consultant business is, maybe that looks like you making an offer for here's the top 10 travel tips for international students, or whatever that looks like. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. Okay, Mia, can you speak to how these steps can play out offline? Okay, yes. So we talked a little bit about visibility and meeting people offline, like networking events at the grocery store, like wherever is like a yoga studio, like wherever it is. Mia, maybe you can tell me, oh yeah, that yours is the wellness coaching. Okay, so again, how these steps play offline. Okay, so again, visibility, like you're meeting people in places that would be like that you would like find people that have some common interest. Okay, so the first thing that came to my mind was like a yoga studio, or maybe like you are like at a massage place, right? Like, or anywhere where it's like wellness, right? Like a health food store, like, right? That's visibility, meeting people, like just sharing, like, sharing in common, like, what do you have in common, right? Meeting people, and visibility offline. Okay. So, or that's like inviting people over to your home and being like, hey, like, I like would love to host this, this like cooking thing, right? Like, what is one recipe that you can have, like, 5 women over to your house and be like, I'm hosting a cooking night and I would love to share with you how to like nourish your body with this healthy meal, or whatever that looks like, right? Or I would love to share, like, what is it, like, how can you help them? Okay. Again, this can be in person. Sharing value, educating can be in person, like whether that's through, a cooking class in your house, or inviting people over for tea, or whatever that looks like. Okay. And then making offers just means, again, like what's the next step? Like, if you liked this, or if you found this valuable, like, what is the next step? Like, here's how I can help you, like increase your wellness. Here's how I can help you be even more confident in your body. Here's how I can help you have less pain, have less stress, whatever that looks like, whatever the wellness coaching specifically is. Okay. Okay. Favor says, I haven't started yet, but I'm planning on starting a copywriting business and freelancing. Okay. So, what does that look like for you? Okay. So meeting people. Okay. Who are the people that you're going to be serving? It sounds like you're going to be serving maybe other business owners, maybe like what specific, who are the specific people that you're going to be serving? And where do those people hang out, right? How are you meeting them online? Okay. Cause, it sounds like it's going to be an online business if it's copywriting and freelancing. Okay. Sharing value. What is the value of copywriting, right? Educate people on how powerful copywriting can be, and how it can like make them more money, and it can change their business, and they can really narrow down their message so that they can help other people find them, right? Freelancing. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by freelancing, because there's a lot of different ways that you can freelance. Right. But specifically copywriting, like, what's the value of copywriting, right? Educate people on what is the value of that, and how it can help them, and how it can change their business, how it can change their life. Okay. And then make offers, right? Say like, here are some tips on copywriting. And also, if you don't want to do this yourself, I can help you with that. Like, if you'd rather not learn how to do copywriting, if you'd rather not do it yourself, if you'd rather someone do it for you, I'm here. Here's how you can, we can book a 15-minute discovery call, and I can share with you how I can help you in your business with copywriting and freelancing. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Okay. Pranali, I have put up my request for a business. What I do, would you kindly guide further? Okay. Okay. Definitely it was. I appreciate it. Okay. Nadine. So it should be like-minded people. Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be like-minded people, okay? But it is going to help you if where you're hanging out is where there are like-minded people, right? So it's like, if I am, if I'm a wellness coach, okay, and I'm hanging out at McDonald's and meeting people, like, those are not really the people who I'm most going to connect with, okay? So wherever it is most natural is probably where it is going to be that you find your clients. Does that make sense? So if you wouldn't normally, if you're like I said, if you're a wellness coach, you're probably hanging out at yoga studios and massage, places, and juice bars, and like places where like you're embodying what it is that you teach, right? You're not hanging out at like burger stands and like, right? Or like maybe you're not hanging out at like dive bars. Okay. Does that make sense? So it doesn't have to be where those people are like, you don't have to make it so like strategic of like where you're meeting people, right? But if you're if you're just doing you, if you're being authentic, you're probably going to be in the places where it is most likely you'll meet people who you have something in common with. Does that make sense? Okay, Lily says, yes, like-minded and what your ideal client would look like. Yes, totally. And that's definitely it's definitely very helpful, but you don't necessarily have to be like, like, I'm not gonna talk to anyone at Trader Joe's because like, I'm not gonna put myself out there and like make myself visible and make offers and share value and like meet people there because I feel like, my niche is, on Etsy and I sell crafts on Etsy. So I'm not going to meet anyone at Trader Joe's or at like Whole Foods or whatever, right? I'm only going to go to Michael's or Joann's or whatever your craft store is in your area, right? It doesn't have to be so specific that you're like ruling out places and not meeting people in certain places. Because like you could meet someone at a coffee shop, right? And that's like, they're not your like in your place of ideal clients, right? Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if that's making sense. Okay. So it's nice to be intentional, but if you're living your life and you're authentically living what you already do, you're probably going to be in the right places. Okay. To meet people. Okay. So any other questions? I think I addressed everyone. Like, let me know if anyone missed something or if I missed any comments. So I hope that you found this training valuable. I would love to hear your biggest takeaways in the comments and specifically what action you're going to take. Okay. Because the thing is, you can hear this training and I can tell you, here are the 3 steps to get clients this week. But if you don't take any actions, if you don't actually do anything differently, you're not going to see different results. Okay. So if you're at a 0 on the making offers or the visibility piece, and you don't do anything different this week, you're going to stay to 0 and you're going to be making $0 still next week. Okay. But if you do these things, if you follow these things, I promise you will see a change. You will see different results. Okay. So tell me in the comments, what action are you going to take this week in order to improve in one of these areas. Okay. You don't have to you can take baby steps. You don't have to improve on all the areas all at once. You can focus on one area. Okay. So focus on the area. That's why I had you rate these on a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, like if you were a 2 in one area and you were a 7 in the other area, focus on the 2. Okay. Okay. There's a women's networking. Lily says there's a women's networking event tomorrow night and I want to get out there. How do I overcome those nerves? Okay. Like I said, if you don't have the confidence, you can get the courage. Okay. You can muster up the courage. Okay. And the way that you do that is you think about the greater impact. Okay. You think about your why. Like, why do you really want to go to the networking event? Okay. It's not just, you don't just want to go there because you're going to you're going to get clients for your business. Okay. That's not the deeper why. Go back to the why. Like, why did you start this business in the first place? Okay. Is it financial freedom? Is it time freedom? Is it location freedom? Is it for your kids? Is it for your family legacy? Like, is it for yourself? Like, is it because you've struggled with something your whole life and like, you want to help people with it? Okay. One of my clients, she overcame alcohol and drug abuse. And she has through breath work, and she's the breath work practitioner that I mentioned, right? So she has overcome that. And it's like her bigger why is like, I want to help people who struggle with the same thing so that they're not in the same place as I was, because I know how hard it was. Okay. So like overcoming the nerves is about like finding the courage to do something different and to show up because of what you really believe in, right? Because of your core values, because of what matters. Okay. So if you don't know how to overcome the nerves, like think about what matters to you. Okay. What matters to you? Like, is it helping other women? Is it like helping a specific type of woman? Is it like sharing your story? Is it like creating financial security or financial independence for yourself? Like, what matters to you? Okay. And that's what's going to help you get through that. Okay. That's what's going to help you. That's what's going to drive you for the long run. Pranali says, I will focus on my online presence. Okay. I love that. Nadine says more on my social media. Mia, for grocery stores, all I can think of is posting up business cards and flyers, maybe setting up a demo to connect with potential clients. Or are you thinking of something else? Okay. So I don't even mean necessarily that you have to like post in grocery stores. I think you just need to show up, right? You just need to like be you. You just need to be like living in breakthrough. Like, how are you living in breakthrough as a wellness coach, right? How are you embodying wellness every day? And people are going to see that if you get outside, right? Maybe you're going for a jog, maybe you're going to a yoga class, maybe you're going to, right? Like maybe you're going to, like you said, like a juice bar, right? Like whatever, wherever that is, like you're embodying who it is that you are, and you're just you're just meeting people naturally, right? You're making conversation, you are meeting people, you are being friendly, you are putting yourself out there, right? So it's not even necessarily like, oh, I'm going to go out there today and connect with all the potential clients that I can, right? That's not the intention. The intention is really just to meet more people, because the more people that you meet, the more connections that you make, the more likely it is that someone that you meet needs your services, needs a wellness coach. Okay. So again, I don't want you to have it stuck in your mind that like, it's like you have to do a certain thing and be at a certain place or do like a specific strategy. Like the strategy is just like being visible. It's just showing up online, offline, wherever you are. It's just embodying your business and who you are. Okay. Lily says, breaking through the ice. Let me know if that was helpful, Mia. Breaking through the ice. Someone told me it's called eating the awkward turtle. Yeah. Okay. I love that. Okay. So, the last couple of things I want to say are, if you want more trainings like this, if you want more support with building your business, come join my group, Confident and Courageous Biz Building Mamas. I'm going to drop the link in the comments. So you're welcome over there. We have free resources, lots of trainings, like this. And then also, if you're ready to take the next step, right? This is me making an offer. If you're ready to take the next step, this doesn't have to be weird, right? If you resonated with what I said today, if you feel like I can help you, if you want to take the next step in growing your business and really working on your strategy, right? There's only so much I can do right here when we're a group of 10 or 15, or even 5. If you want to like work through this strategy, like one-on-one, and really get my feedback, really get my input, please schedule a time in my calendar for a free time mastery strategy call. Okay. So if this resonated with you, if you want to work on this, if you want to create this full-time income and part-time business while living a life that you love, that is what I do. So if you want to take the next step, I'm going to drop the link to my calendar in the comments. You can book a free time mastery strategy call with me. What we'll do is we will get clear on the time that you have to grow in your business, uncover what's been stopping you or slowing you down, figure out what it is that you need to do next. Okay. Figure out what is your strategy. Like, what is it that you need to do? And you'll walk away with this plan, okay, on how to get the business that you want in the time that you have. Okay. So if that sounds good to you, if you've resonated with that, if you're still here, you probably did resonate with that. So book a call with me. I'm going to drop the link to my calendar, so that we can make a plan of action, and so that you can move forward with confidence and clarity. Okay. Mia says, this week I'll post value on my social media. I love that. Okay. Tell me specifically, what value are you going to post? When are you going to post it? How many times are you going to post it? Okay. The more specific that we get, the more likely we are to follow through. Okay. So tell me those details in the comments. I love you, ladies. Thank you for being here. I'm grateful for you. I will see you next week, same time, same place, or I'll see you over in my group, Confident and Courageous Biz Building Mamas, or I will see you on a time mastery strategy call before next week. Okay. Thank you, ladies, for being here. See you soon.